On tonight's episode of Nature's Mysteries, deep in the nether regions of the most sadistic man our galaxy has ever known, lives a mysterious package packed with tadpoles and urine. Or maybe it doesn't. It's one of nature's mysteries.
I saw him run the roundies here parked with his massive dong. It was massive, like this big. Maybe not that big, actually. Maybe it was
one of nature's mysteries. Legend has it that this mysterious genital is actually one of the biggest objects in the history of the universe, or so small that it may not even exist at all, but it is now one of nature's mysteries. Tonight, we find out the answer. Hello and welcome to this episode of One of Nature's Mysteries. I am your host, Keith Healy. This is our esteemed guest tonight, who I believe wants to introduce himself.
Hey y'all, it's been a while. My name is Nick Souza. I used to come around on the channel a lot. Been a tough year, as you can see. I got a new look and everything. Anyway,
on behalf of all of Xenobyte's viewers, Nicholas, I would like to wish you a beautiful, beautiful recovery in your beautiful surgery that has already made a significant improvement to your face and hair. But back to the matter at hand, Dr.Nefarious. Now, there has been rumours flying around lately about Dr.Nefarious' genitalia. And it's a sore subject, but it's a subject that needs to be addressed. And on tonight's episode of One of Nature's Mysteries, we are going to address this. Now, Dr.Nefarious, hailed as one of the greatest supervillains in the history of the Solana galaxy, has a deep and rich history. Yes, go on.
Keith, you said you were talking about the controversy in the matter at hand. Now, you see, I've been on many news panels lately, and I've seen both the left and the right view of this. And a lot of people on the left are telling me that, and I literally mean they're just people on the left. They're telling me that he does have a penis. He does, in fact, have a penile organ that does indeed reproduce. I have to say that for the people on the left, they you got to look at it from where they're going from. What they're coming at is when Dr. Nefarious was in high school, he indeed, in fact, had a penis. It was a human penis because he himself was a human.
Yes,
man.
For those unaware, Dr. Nefarious, before he was turned robot after his defeat to Captain Quark, he was indeed what he would describe, and I'm sorry to use this term, I know it's offensive to a lot of people, but a squishy. I'm sorry if it hurt me to say. But he was indeed one of us before he was he was forced to be turned into and
that explains the people on the right. That explains, even though this is technically my left and right, I got them fucked up, but the people on my right over here, left, right, over here, they tell me that they're not arguing the fact. They don't argue the fact that Dr. Nefarious was not ever a human being. Their question lies is it the same Dr. Nefarious that is in the robot suit now? Like he dumped his mind into a grid of some sort, obviously, like good old Vin did. Only difference is he didn't become a hologram. He became a robot.
Yes.
And the overall question the question isn't, did he have a penis? The question is does he have a penis now? Now that he is a robotic figure on Supervillain Weekly, and now that he is getting ready to unveil his bio-obliterator to the Solana galaxy and everything, but the real question is why does he need to do laundry if he doesn't have a penis?
Now, yes, exclusive here. We were getting into her. Do you want to continue?
Yes, okay. I do. People might say, well, what if he has an asshole? That's a good point. I mean, you don't want to, you cut a fought and you fucking, Hershey squirt all down your leg. You got to have something to catch that shit, So when it comes down to it, it's either he has an asshole or he has a penis or he has both.
Well,
so the real question, dear viewers, is does Dr. Nefarious pee and poo? Now, this might be just pure conjecture. This might be just some wild tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. Or it could be
one of nature's mysteries.
Now, we have exclusive evidence here on
one of nature's mysteries.
Our esteemed sources, our world-class exclusive sources, have actually provided us with a video of Dr. Nefarious's butler, known as Lawrence, who is also a robot. Well, the clip speaks for itself, so we'll play it right here.
Well, I must be off now. Dirty laundry and whatnot. It's on my to-do list, right after folding your undergarments.
Now, if you listen and you pay attention closely to this clip, you will notice that Lawrence is doing laundry, and he even acknowledges the laundry and the type of laundry that Lawrence is doing. Dr. Nefarious' underwear. Now, here is the killer. Why would Lawrence be doing laundry for Dr. Nefarious' underwear if he does not have a penis? And why would he be doing laundry for Dr. Nefarious when we cannot visibly see his laundry? So, this gives credence to another really credible theory that I think I am starting to wane towards. It is a right theory. When we were at that meeting, the people on the right were saying that Dr. Nefarious's mechanical suit is a suit, and he still does have human parts. So Dr. Nefarious is essentially a cyborg. So this is why the question of his penis is so important. Yes, Nick.
Wait a minute. I just thought of a really good tidbit of information. There's a lot of controversy going around whether or not Dr. Nefarious does in fact completely hate squishies, or if he just has some type of grudge against them.
Yes.
So the question is if he does in fact hate squishies, then wouldn't that lead us all to believe that he would want to have nothing to do with squishy parts at all? I mean, if he had a single ounce of regular squishy DNA within him, I believe that would shake him to the very core.
That's a very interesting point, Nick, and here's the answer to that. Dr. Nefarious needed his human brain to even function. So if he has a human brain, what stops him from having other human parts? What if Dr. Nefarious wanted to keep his reproductive organs? What if he wanted to reproduce?
This is Dr. Nefarious that we're talking about here, Keith. I believe that if he did indeed need his reproductive organs or his brain or something, they would not be anywhere near him. They would be in containers. They would be used as what they are, just the organs, I would say.
I disagree with you on that one, Nicholas. I believe he would need them in close proximity with him to be able to use the full potential of them. Which also brings me to another point. Maybe he wanted to keep his penis. Because Dr. Nefarious, I mean, it's no secret of his love affairs over the years, his relationships with other robots. Now, we all know, I mean, it's basic biology, how robots do reproduce. And that is that, we're not going to get into that. You can go back to school to learn about such travesties.
Such things cannot be discussed on the news here.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't nature's mysteries.
We cannot teach you everything. But he has had many relationships. Now, is he doing the deed in these relationships with his robotic parts or his human parts? Now, that's the question. Now, keep in mind that most of his relationships are with robots. So,
well, let's take a look at this. In all of the relationships that he's been in, we can name one specific one. When he was in a relationship with famous pop star Courtney Gears. You see, around this time, around this time, Courtney Gears had this idea in her head that all squishies, she was a definite follower of Supervillain Weekly, and I bet you her favorite column was definitely anything that had to do about Dr. Nefarious, because I believe she believed in his rhetoric that all squishies need to be destroyed. Which comes to my conclusion here. She wouldn't have anything to do with a fleshy dick. Okay? She wouldn't have anything to do with that. All right? I could imagine her kind of being like if she saw like a fleshy dick pop out of, good old boy's trapdoor there. I'd say, to be honest, but she would probably fucking turn the goddamn bio-obliterator on herself and fucking herself, to be honest. Because that's another theory for another time. What happens when you use a bio-obliterator on a robot?
It's a good point. It's a very good point, which is why we have
you'll find
we have a source, Nicholas. Someone who was turned in to a robot and turned back in the war of the squishies. We have Skid on the line. Skid. Hello, Skid. How are you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing? Man, I remember when I was turned into a robot, man.
Do it, Skid. You know what we're going to ask. Just say it. Spit it out. What happened to your penis?
Okay, so the line at Galaxy Burger was like way long, right, man? And here comes Courtney Gears coming up to talk to me, man. Now back in these days, I was called Shadow Dude, right? And she autographed my t-shirt, man, and I was getting ready to sell it for them big old bucks down at the Obani Moons. I mean, I was working on a heavy lock back then with a highly sophisticated piece of technology. And these guys came over and strong-armed me, man. Oh, man, it was terrible, man. But then I met Courtney Gears inside of her lab. And I didn't realize she was so kinky.
Whoa. Skid. Hold on.
Yeah?
You're telling me you had an affair with Courtney Gears?
I mean, if that's the way you want to put it.
Did she have human bits?
Well, to be honest with you, man, she had some pretty voluptuous titties. I mean, when she reached over, I got a feel for her titties, man. I mean, they could be fleshy titties, squishy titties, or they could just be some advanced nanotechnology, man.
Well, what happened to your things when you were turned into a robot?
Oh, well, to be honest with you, man, I don't really know.
Skid.
Yeah, man?
Skid, I'm trying to say, when you were a robot, did you ever look down?
I was kind of like, destroy all squishies, dude. I mean, that's all I was about.
But you told us you could come on the show to explain to us what happened to your things.
Nah, man, I never did that.
Okay, Skid, thank you for coming on and...
Wait. Before I go, I gotta let all you guys know that down on planet Arden, or Iridia, I got a sports shack down there.
Okay, bye, Skid. Fuck this shit, I'm on the goddamn commercial.
Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's Robo Shack, it's Quarktastic!
Robotic citizens of the Solana Galaxy, the hour of your liberation is at hand! Too long have we robots suffered under the bigotry, the stupidity, the squishiness and foul stench of organic life forms. Soon, all robots will bask in the liberty and equality of my benevolent, iron-fisted rule. And as for you filthy organic life forms, you can look forward to being disintegrated. That's all for now.
All right, Nick. Oh my God, Nick, you're cured.
Oh, you're right. I can feel my.
I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Well done, Nick. Now we can. Yeah. Now we can continue in happiness. But back to the matter at hand, which is the penis of said Dr.Nefarious. As Skid told us, he doesn't know anything about what happens when you are turned into a robot. So now we are back to square one, but we do have more sources, and we do have more clues, because Dr.Nefarious' only relationship was not with Courtney Gears. He has had many others, all of which, unfortunately, have been robots in the form of Valkyries. Now, the Valkyries are a different breed of robots. They're very... Yeah, they're very... How's the best way to put this, Nick?
They don't give a shit about squishies or robots. They don't have that racist stigmatism going behind them. Basically,
exactly.
You see, they'll sit on a white man's cock in a fucking two seconds, man. I mean, there's no difference if it's a white man's cock, a fucking robot's cock. They don't give a fuck. Let me sit on it. That's what they're like.
Yes.
Now, that doesn't mean that to imply that they're sluts. I'm not trying to offend anyone in the media or anything. I'm just saying that these girls like to have a good time by sitting on some dick. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
All right.
As we all do.
As we all.
But this also suggests, because the Valkyries do get bored very easily, and I think they'd be bored of the robot fallopian tubes. So
what do you mean?
What they would
What are you talking about? All right. Okay. All right. Oh, you're going to your mother's. Okay, Jared. Well, you go to your mother's then. All right. Look. I don't want to be this guy, Jared. Okay. I don't want to be this guy right now. All right. You're telling me we're losing viewers and everything, and that the whole new show is going to shit. Well, so you got a plan, huh? You got a plan. What are you doing? Oh. You're gonna get Dr.Nefarious. Well, you go ahead and go down to Planet Dax and, go past all the fucking robots and everything, get the fucking key code and everything, and you go and get him.
That
all right,
Jared.
You go fucking do that.
Typical Jared. I mean, fucking Jesus Christ. Who does he think he is? Like a fucking
I don't know. Apparently he doesn't. Well, apparently he's my fucking manager, who tells me how to run my show, and not my loving husband, apparently. So, who knows?
Yeah, go get Dr.Nefarious. I don't think we're ever going to see Jared again, unfortunately. But
we're not.
No. But again, like, trying to continue on with all these distractions, Dr.Nefarious stick. So
right.
We do have more sources in the Valkyries, as I was saying, and a Valkyrie has written me a statement here on this piece of paper, and I'm going to read it to you right now. Dr.Nefarious was the love of my life. We had some amazing times together. Him and his very, very satisfactory Woody. So after they sent me this, I asked. I got in contact with this. Nick, what are you doing? Nick, no, you just recovered. Don't. Come on. I know you're depressed about Jared, but, like, there's no need for that. Nick. Oh. Come on, we have a show to do.
He always does this. He never should have got married.
Nick, hold yourself together. We have the smoking gun here in my hand. We have it here. We are about to prove whether or not we have it here. So I reached back out to this Valkyrie, and she replied to me, to my question as, was it soft? And she replied to me, oh yes, soft and squishy. Now,
telltale.
the Valkyries are not very trustworthy. We know this. They could be trolling us. But I think, from a dedicated, honest source who has never had a problem for us, that is pretty... smoking.
Yeah, but here's the question. If we do remember, Skid said that he felt Lady Gears's titty. And he did say that although it was voluptuous, and although it was human-like or squishy-like, he did say that it kind of felt, when he shook her left titty, it kind of felt like 2 ice cubes.
All right, Nick. I think that's where we're going to end it today.
Sounds about like this whole business is just a whole bunch of hoo-ha to me. Seems like we're not anywhere closer to finding out whether Dr. Nefarious has a penis or not.
Just go and die in a bush or something. Just go, I'm sick of you now. You're not paying attention, you're not fucking doing anything. All you're doing is drinking on the job, screaming at Jared. Fuck you, Nick. Get out of my sight. Thank you for watching. I'll probably see you next week. Most likely not.
Tuesday.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I got you.
Hold on.
You know the best part is I can smile in this.
Yeah, yeah. I have to cover my fucking mouth all the time. We will discuss
so the real
all these.
So the real question here, Keith, is, does Dr. Nefarious pee and poo?
Alright, start from there again. Go on. Let me just check if this recording is still going strong. Oh, brilliant it is. Alright, go from the point where you were about to ask, what does he pee and poo? Soft and squishy.
He did say that it kind of felt, when he shook her left titty, it kind of felt like 2 ice cubes.
Oh, continue.